Isn't it beautiful that it takes the media 2 years to point out what YouTubers have been saying? I guess there are those people on Twitter that are like, oh, study. Do you have a study to prove what you are saying? Okay, a study. There's the study. The doctor in the lab coat has done the study. Man, I don't even know why people are shocked. I think like everyone knows, like even the people that go like study, do you have a study? Even they know, because when you have a person with millions of subscribers and they barely get any type of engagement, shenanigans are afoot. So apparently this is due to the Elon Musk debate. Someone did an audit and they found out that half of Biden's Twitter followers are fake. Now, what people on Twitter are saying is that there might be accounts that are dead, as in dead accounts. I don't know if it's politically correct to say that Joe Biden is popular with the dead people. But by dead accounts, what they mean is someone using Twitter, subscribing to Joe Biden, and then not using Twitter ever again, either because they left or maybe they actually died. You know, people do die in real life. So if you have a dead person, you can't use the account unless you're a blue checkmark. I see Stan Lee tweeting every now and then, like supporting progressive causes. Very interesting, right? The blue checkmark account of Stan Lee tweeted after Stan Lee has passed away. Blue checkmark is supposed to be that is the verification and is the real guy. And it's not just Stan Lee, but I have seen many people, right? I tweeting behind the grave. Maybe Twitter is the connection to the afterlife, right? But apparently the audit was down for the social media giant by the firm Spark Toro, and apparently more than half of Joe Biden's followers are fake. And this is due to the fact that Tesla CEO Elon Musk was asking recently how many of Twitter accounts happen to be spam. Twitter is saying around 5%. Well, I guess like a big chunk of this 5% happens to be with the US president. Twitter CEO publicly refused to show proof of less than 5%. This deal cannot move forward until it does. Yeah, but it's Twitter that has to prove it. Like, I don't understand how... I don't think people understand how it works, right? Twitter has the burden of proof. They are the ones claiming that less than 5% of their accounts are spam. I mean, if I advertise that my car that I'm trying to sell you works at 200 kilometers an hour, I'm the one that has to prove that. Like, you're not the one that's supposed to prove it's like to the salesman. No. Like, your car just gets throttled once it goes to 150. Like, that's not how it works, all right? But whatever. What is interesting, though, is that I see people going like, well, Elon Musk has fake followers. Doesn't that straighten his point, though? Wouldn't that be a bigger issue if Elon Musk has fake followers and Joe Biden has fake followers? Like, who other people have fake followers, and is it just 5%? Because like we're talking about millions of people. Now, what is also interesting, I think it was Joe Rogan. He had a show 2 years ago, and people called it a conspiracy. It was a conspiracy theory. There was this person saying that no, generating clout for people on Twitter is an entire business model. Like, there are companies that have bots, and the journalists and the blue check marks know about them, and they use that company in order to promote themselves. Because the thing is, like, on Twitter, clout is very important if you're working within the journalistic industry. Because the more followers you can prove to have, the more clout you have, the more renowned of an activist you are, the more renowned of a journalist you are. You see, nowadays, being a journalist doesn't actually mean reporting on the news. No. It means, like, what buzz can you generate? So if you post an article on Twitter, how many people are going to share it? So even if you're a shitty writer, even if you have bad takes, if you can prove that you can spread your articles like a venereal disease on the Twitter, it's more likely that you're going to be hired by the corporate press because they want the clout. Especially if you're capable of mobilizing people. Oh my god, like if you're capable of mobilizing people and send them after Tucker Carlson or the competition, oh, then you can definitely have a job at Vice or Vox or any of the other publications. So anyway, you know, like this didn't surprise anyone, but at least now there's a study Now it's like, oh look, someone did the fact check, and yeah, a lot of people were saying that this is the same reason why YouTube removed the dislike button, because it's kind of on the nose, right? Like you have a corporation or a progressive politician, and they're saying something that's supposed to be very popular, that's supposed to be very hip with the younger generation, and they get bombarded with downvotes. And YouTube goes, it's like, oh yes, it's to protect our small content creators. It's to protect, man, like so much shenanigans, especially with this particular president. Like I remember in the beginning of his presidency, I don't know if they still do that. They would forcefully subscribe people on Instagram to his account. Like there were people saying, I have never subscribed to the White House on Instagram, and they were just forcefully subscribed by the company. And they would unsubscribe, and they would be resubscribed again. Like just so many shenanigans. And at the end of the day, like, why are you doing it? I guess I understand that politics matters more with, like, the illusion of popularity rather than what's actually popular. Like, if you can create the illusion that a specific narrative is more popular, then politicians can support it. So I get that. But come on, no one really gives a shit about Twitter followers. Especially not nowadays. There are people with very tiny Twitter accounts that have so much sway. And then you have people with massive Twitter following that no one listens to and no one gives a fuck. Like, at the end of the day, you can have 50 million Twitter followers if no one is actually there to listen to you and doesn't engage with what you're saying. But I guess, like, that's one of the things that AOC is bragging about. It's like, oh, she's got the most Twitter followers and blah, blah, blah. Would be interesting to see how many of them are fake, Oh, and by the way, the ratioing. Oh, holy shit. Like, right now, there is another thread going on Twitter, like ratioing. So, basically, I say something, and someone posts a comment that disagrees with me, and if they get more likes than I do, then it means that I got ratioed. Too bad they can't ratio people at the voting booth, eh? But yeah, no, like, Twitter is definitely an extremist, far-left platform. The algorithm encourages that, completely filled with narcissistic people and with a lot of fakeness and bloated numbers and fake popularity and fake everything. So, I hope that Elon Musk manages to buy it. I don't know. But still, it has been a loosey ride, hasn't it? But anyway, if you like my channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you really like it for some bizarre reason, there is a link to my Subscribestar. I would appreciate any type of tips that you guys can leave there. And I'll see you in the comment section. Or on my Discord. Oh my god, I almost forgot. Yeah, there's another link to my Discord. I'll post one every now and then because people keep asking. The previous links expire, so there's a new link in the pinned comment. You can click it. We'll take it to my Discord.